Hey guys, how's it going? So, real quick, I didn't actually cover this. I forgot to actually talk about the buffs and nerfs. So I'm going to go ahead and go through that. This video will kind of speed run what happened last month and stuff. But yeah, figured I'd throw this up while I'm downloading Monster Hunter Rise. Too many games is continuing to be a problem, as well as my Tarkov addiction. But still trying to get out the Gundam content. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop into this. Let's see, what do we got here? Jeddah. Yeah, it didn't really go anywhere, and I assumed it wouldn't really because this nerf is more for the ranged, and I feel like its melee was really strong anyway. So it has brought it down, but it's still well above average, looking really good. Zaku Marine type definitely got hit really hard. That is huge nerf. Yeah, big nerf to that. Level 2 and stuff is still fine, but the level 1 nerfs, because that's all it was, 2, might be a little too much. Hopefully they bring it up a little bit. Still one of my favorite suits. I still do really well in it. It's just, I see a lot of people that haven't played it and haven't gotten used to the missiles, and yeah, they're not really utilizing the secondary weapon well, and they just relied on the sub-rock gun way too much, and you can tell their damage is suffering tremendously, and that would explain that. Gyaradoga, seeming really good now. I've seen people decimate with that thing. Suggest trying it out. EXS, insane. That is huge quality of life. Recommend playing it at level 1 and 2 now. Try it out. Galzone, feeling pretty good. It was already pretty solid. Definitely something you can try out if you haven't. Definitely really nice to get a little bit of love for that suit. The Afraid Noct, really scary that they adjusted how easy it is for it to hit the kunai, so yeah, I'm terrified. You can tell by the win rate there on how easy it is to actually get the big stuns. Yogu Marine, it's kind of funny that it actually got this close and went up. I just feel like raid players that would actually play the suit, or anybody that really liked this suit, that finally gave in and said, I'm going to play something else, that really wanted to play the suit, now went back to it, and the people that were just good with it are even better with it, and that's why we're seeing this. Honestly, I still think the suit is pretty trash. Buff it again, please. The Gyaradoga Marine should be a lot better than that. And this is a support main. The Gamehawk. The buff, I've been screaming about it on stream, on everywhere. Gamehawk is insane. Right now, if they ever put a level 2 in, it's probably going to be my most played support. I don't know. It's going to either be that or the new Big Brain. Actually, do I have the Big Brain on here? I don't know if I have that Big Brain screenshot anywhere. Yeah, I'm kind of derping right now. Oh well. Well, if I find it, then we'll Big Brain. But anyway, the Dagdaw is really awesome. Big fan of the Dagdaw. Oh, here it is. Ah, big. Oh, I got it. Oh, anyway, Big Brain. But anyway, Rick Deja, I still feel needs a bit more. It's got the gimmick of pretty much what is the Dagdaw, but it's still got a problem. Like, it just follows up. It doesn't have anything to really help it, well, have a defensive layer, and it's huge for that cost. Yes, the health definitely helps out against generals and other supports, but really you're more of a follow-up suit that's really looking for a general to knock something over, and you're going to do some big burst. Zaku 1 Sniper, really cool to see this getting some help. Mainly, the stabilization device helped its main gun that everybody uses with the Magella tank cannon, the main one that actually does a heavy stun more than the sniper. I'm assuming they're using the sniper numbers for damage, otherwise this wouldn't really make sense. But this suit definitely feels a whole lot better if you're playing it because stabilization OP. That's really the reason why the Gamehawk is so good. Please put that on more supports that it makes sense on. Let's not get too carried away. But that would be cool to see them throw that around a lot more. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this past month. So, you know, we're about 2 weeks late, but better late than never. Here we go. Ashimar. At least I can speak on this a little bit from seeing these. I've seen this tried. Still feels a bit about the same, really. This doesn't really help it too much. I mean, this just means you don't get stunned when something explodes after you punch. But other than that, it's really hasn't gotten much. That's a little bit of quality of life, but nothing too crazy. I'm barely expecting this to move. Maybe 49%. Maybe it'll go up to 50 because I think the Ashimar is a really solid suit, and it's going to be one of those things, pretty much like the Gelg Marine, where the people that were playing it are probably going to be the only ones that try it out again, and it's just going to feel better for them. Now, at level 3, it did get a little bit more love, so hopefully we actually see all of this improve a little bit more, because at 650, the suit feels a little lacking. BD3, this thing feels awesome now. Highly recommend trying it out. It is, yes. After the nerf, they said right here, after this nerf, I mean, it really needs some more. I think they could, up the enhancement even more, just saying. But, yeah. Pretty much undo the nerf fully. This is all I'm saying, guys. Let's see. Then we have the Zaku 1 GS. Oh, but yeah, try it. It's good. Can highly recommend trying the BD3 right now. Maybe not going too high cost, though. But 400, maybe 450, maybe 500. Feeling pretty solid. I don't know about 550. It does have the priority, though, I believe. So, yeah, you can... Probably rock it. Zaku 1 GS. I've been seeing it a lot more. Haven't seen it do anything too crazy, though. So, got a good downswing now with that downswing damage increase, but that's about it. Next, we have the Rick Diaz 2. Yeah, feels really good. So, we're in the raids now. The reload time of that, meaning you get a heavy stun and it pierces, remember that, is awesome. The stagger value is increased, so now it is pretty much a GPO 2. So, feels good. I like it. That's kind of my combo. Use that into melee, or get the big heavy stun to run away, or get a heavy stun on a support to then mow them down. Then we have the Ag. I'm surprised we got a buff here. Mainly it's for level 2. But at the same time, the missile reload hits level 1 as well, making this thing terrifying at 200 cost. And you get 100 to 0 any general at 250 as well. It is gross. This thing is overpowered. The reason why I would say that you have these numbers of losses and stuff is it's kind of hard to play. You gotta, I'd say it takes me about 1 to 2 games before I get used to doing the drill part. Now, it does have a pretty good consistent stun now with this, so that feels amazing. But honestly, the drill part, it's hit or miss. But the fact that you can take a Phaz from 100 to 0 with a 200 suit is kind of absurd, and that you can take almost a half to 3/4 health of, say, a GPO 1 or a GPO 3, or even the new Gundam. I decimated a new Gundam by hitting pretty much the entire drill on it, and it was down to like half to a 4th health. That is kind of obscene, just saying. The Afri Custom, definitely needing some help. A lot of this is just maneuver armor and stuff, so nothing too crazy here. Honestly, would like to see more. I guess the leg missile pod, since you can fire it while boosting, pretty good, but I could see it getting a little bit more. But yeah, there is that. Then we have the supports. The first one, we got mass production gun cannon, really just getting a bunch of movement speed and stuff, kind of giving it quality of life. They tried to do this with the gun cannon back in the day at 500 cost. It was just lacking with weapons and power scaling, as far as, they just got outscaled with everything. It got power creep. Yeah, I don't know if this is enough, but it is kind of funny seeing them actually being played at higher cost. And yeah, they're getting demolished. So still same problem as just the normal gun cannon, giving it that. It is a little more consistent because you got the machine gun fire after the cannon, but it's still a little bit lacking. They need to do more with those kind of grunt suits that they've put up so high. Then we have the Shoesroom Diaz getting a pretty solid buff. The biggest thing probably being the handguns, that you can fire so many shots. Getting 100 damage per shot is actually pretty absurd. 200 damage for the beam gun because it's ×2, so there is, or beam cannon, so there is that. That's going to be a pretty good chunk now as well. Added on, it gains some health. Been seeing a few of these, really solid. I have tried it. I haven't tried it on stream yet. I'm going to try to get a game. Maybe if I do it in the next community matches, I might try it there first, as far as a stream run. But just I think I finally got a 550 version. That's kind of the main problem, is I had the 650 and 600 versions before I had the 550, but I think 550 would be the only place I would try to run this, as, I mean, it just gets outscaled by everything else, especially at 650. The Hama Hama. This is huge. Being able to stun with the beam gun in one burst is absolutely insane. Yeah, insanely good change. That was one of my big complaints. I'm pretty sure that was one of the things I wanted them to do, because you can't really stun with that, and it doesn't have any good build-up stun option or really consistent stun option for other generals. The only thing you had is really charging up the main beam. Then we have the mines, which pretty cool little damage buff, but I don't know, not my thing for the mines really. I wish they would have done something else to give it more damage. But now you pretty much are forced to add the mines into your combo rotation. They're a really good follow-up on somebody on the ground, so there's that. It is a pretty good melee suit, so you can get a stun, knock somebody over, and then mine them in the legs. Pretty good burst damage. There are some other combos. Overall, though, this is huge for the Hama Hama. It is definitely up there now. Would definitely recommend trying it probably around 600, and it does have the health stats and defense stats for the other cost, I think. If you don't have anything else at 700, it's definitely not the worst suit anymore. Other than that, though, it gained damage control, which is very nice. A lot of things are stunning with build-up stun, and having any kind of damage control is definitely appreciated. Even with the Gaymok having the stabilizer, it doesn't have anything to prevent build-up stun, and that's kind of one of the problems with it and, say, the Faz. But yeah, overall, really cool. Definitely some good changes there for the Hama Hama. Then the Zommel getting some love here. Mainly the Dom Nomides came in, and yeah, pretty much kind of a better Zommel. So anyway, we have the power increase for the 2 missile launcher. So they're actually doing something, and since they're pretty much rocket launcher explosion range now, you can actually do some pretty good, essentially kind of slow machine gun fire missile damage. Kind of interesting. I actually was destroying a couple of suits at the same time when there was a big cluster going on. Instead of firing the stun cannon, I just fired the HE for the big area and then went to missiles instead, and did pretty solid damage. Overall, though, you still have your main big knee stun. The range went up on this. I mean, you're not really going to utilize that extra range too much, but I guess it's nice. And the damage going up on the HE as well is also pretty nice. So yeah, overall, more damage on the Zommel, definitely helping it out some. Had some good games. I don't know whether it's just I get lucky in my Zommel games or what, but yeah, felt pretty fun at least. So maybe something to try out if you're a Zommel player. Go back to it. I am going to be laughing at these numbers going up probably, because there are some people who just play Zommel. Same with the Hama Hama. I feel like this is going to be insane, and these numbers are going to be gross, actually. I should probably mention that. Other than that, though, that's about it. There's all the buffs and nerfs and kind of my base thoughts on it. Looks like the download's about done, so I'm going to probably get on some Rise soon. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about any of the buffs and nerfs in this, and have you been playing some of these suits and what you think about them. Is there one that you are definitely glad that got buffed? Maybe general players with BD3? Anything that's been crazy? Have you had success with the Zaku 1? Anything like that? But let me know in the comments down below, guys. But anyway, that'll be it for this one. Usual stuff in the description, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, stuff like that. But that'll be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace!